They're all incredible insects. Just watch what they can do.
Hey guys, my name's DocJade and welcome to episode 6 of Krastorio. Today we will be continuing to work towards getting a Spidertron, and then we'll prepare for some major base restructuring. While we wait for researches, let's do some maintenance. We are barely using any of the iron, or it turns out we've got a shortage of sulfuric acid. A lot of petroleum is being consumed in the gas generators, and with our new nuclear power plant, we don't really need them anymore. So let's just get rid of them. That should help a little. Portable fusion is done. Next up is efficiency module 3s. Enriched iron production is still slower than a headless chicken crossing a road made of molasses. What gives? Turns out our oil refineries are out of oil, and we're out of oil because we're out of oil. 2 of our pump jacks have completely dried up, so let's go get some more. There's a pretty dense oil field to our south. Let's surround it with roboports and then we can get cracking. I'll hook all the pumps together into one of these huge tanks so we can stockpile the oil while we build the pipes. After laying some mad pipe, the refineries are back up to speed. And now we've got more sulfur, and thus more sulfuric acid. Ore washing is back up to full speed. Research has basically stopped. We're out of purple tech cards, and purple tech cards are out of red belts. Having gears on the bus has bitten us in the butt. Our red belt assemblers are starved. Gear production is also starved because those darn green circuits are eating all of the plates. I'll put some localized gear production. That should do the trick. After fixing a few misplaced inserters and force-feeding the research server some red belts, we've got purple science again. Iron ore washing isn't quite fully saturated. I'll add another bypass belt to help out. Efficiency modules are done. Now we can start researching the Spidertron itself. And we're out of purple science again. It's the belts again. All of the iron plates from the secondary smelter are being turned directly into steel plates, and a lot of them are being consumed by the bot-based maw, so I don't think they're going to back up anytime soon. I'll remove the priority from the steel plates. Still not enough belts, and we're also running out of blink tech cards. Once again, it's Green Circuit's fault. They're stealing all of the iron plates from the blink cards, so no more priority for it either. But guess who loves overkill solutions? This guy. Let's put together an entire additional iron smelting array. Nothing in life is good without balance. In this case, 5 to 2. The old design for ore enrichment was cool and all, but I want to try making a slightly different design. Now, unfortunately, I neglected to make it actually work, so I spent a bunch of time designing a design that was completely and utterly useless. Pasted it down and fully built the whole thing before I realized the mistake. With the shocking revelation that you can't use multiple underground pipes in a line with different fluids, I tore down the new design and reluctantly went back to the old one. After building a smelting array and hooking it all up, it's ready to go. Except we don't have any belts to finish making it with. A tale as old as time. I need iron to make iron. After scavenging enough iron to get some belts placed, we start to smelt, albeit a small amount. Good thing we can rely on good old trickle-down beltonomics. Plates to gears, gears to plates, and belts to belts. Slowly but surely, all the belts are placed. Now we can deconstruct our temporary production and move an incredibly overbuilt amount of iron into our purple science red belt production. And we're researching again. Yeah, this is way too much iron. Oh, since we've got walls now, we don't need the filters anymore, so we can tear those all down. All done. Now we've got a shortage of green circuits for productivity modules. We need even more iron for the circuits. We just made more iron, but nobody in their right mind would run a belt that far. Now we're actually starting to put that new smelter to use. We've got green circuits again. Still not quite enough prod mods, so here's some more. We're still low on blank tech cards somehow, but it looks like I just accidentally disconnected copper plates. That's an easy fix. Prod mod stopped again. This time it's because we're out of electronic components due to a lack of silicon. So let's up our silica production. I won't get into the gritty details, but I hope you can sand some rough jokes. After upgrading our quartz production, it's pretty clear that should be enough. Now we're low on glass, which is great because I get to make more painful jokes. I'll put it off for now, and I'll fix it when the cracks start to show. Science production is looking pretty good now. It's not a problem quite yet, but we're slowly running out of copper for low-density structure. And that's because all of our extra copper is being chucked into this chest. But where are these bots taking it? Oops, I still had the heat exchangers and turbines automated. I'll tear that down. Evidently, that was the issue. Now we've got a steady flow of copper, but Purple Science is out of prod mods yet again. And yet again, it's because of the electronic components. Time to fix the glass. Our current glass production is tiny, so let's build another one. After some horrid belt shenanigans, it's all hooked up now, and I managed to build that entire smelter without cracking a single glass joke. Wait, that still wasn't quite enough glass though, so I threw down even more smelters. That'll do. Yellow tech cards are running out of low density structure, not due to shortages this time, just not enough assemblers. I'll paste some more. And finally, we've got the Spidertron researched. Now we just need to build this sucker. The recipe looks pretty normal besides the fusion reactor and the AI cores. AI cores require nitric acid, so I can't handcraft them, but one assembler should do the trick. The rest of the items don't have any weird quirks, so I'll just use bots for them. We don't have any tier 3 efficiency modules, so I'll use bots to build the correct ratio of them and crank out a few. And there it is, our first Spidertron. And man, I can't wait to take it for a dry... Wait. Apparently the Spidertrons require fuel. I guess since it doesn't require a fish anymore, they can't use fission power. DT fuel cells don't look too difficult. They require tritium, empty DT cells, and heavy water. The empty cells are easy, it's just rare metals and low density structure. Tritium is a tad more complicated. It needs rare metals, lithium, and U-235. Well, let's do this one step at a time. Lithium is made in an electrolysis plant and requires lithium chloride. Oh, and water. The lithium chloride needs mineral water and hydrogen chloride. Mineral water is easy, it's nearby, but the hydrogen chloride is a different story. We use it to make enriched rare metals, but it's currently stopped due to a lack of sand. After changing the priority, it's up and running again. I'll run a pipe over. Making the hydrogen chloride is currently pretty wasteful. I never worked out a proper ratio, so these pumps are discarding a lot of the gases we need. I'll remove the pumps and just clear the tanks manually if it becomes an issue again. I plugged everything in, and now we just need water and heavy water. Unbelievably, heavy water is made from water, so that's easy to set up too. Although it is very slow. I forgot to remove the Spidertron assembler, and now we've got 2 extra ones. Oops. After a bit of waiting, we've got tritium, and we're making DT cells. After chucking them into the Spidertron, we're good to go. I was worried about how long these will last, but it looks like they actually last quite a while. Nice. I started filling the Spidertron with personal roboports that I made earlier, but unfortunately the DT cell just powers movement, not equipment. Might as well simplify fuel management and use a portable fusion reactor for power as well. Five roboports have a pretty good range, and they handle about 100 bots. This'll work great. I'm going to stockpile a few more DT cells, and then we can get to the real meat of the episode, mass deconstruction. That's right, say goodbye to 5 episodes worth of work, we're starting over. Shoot, I forgot to launch another fish before deconstructing the rocket. This deconstruction planner should leave all of the power poles intact, so hopefully we won't accidentally disconnect anything. The nuclear plant is staying though, at least for now. Deconstructing an entire base takes a bit longer than I expected, but I only did have about 1,700 robots. Pro tip, if you see a lot of bots moving in a straight line, they're probably trying to deconstruct a chest full of items, and you should go help them. Most of the base is gone now, and I'll also deconstruct the solar panel grids. I made some landfill and filled in 2 of the lakes as well. Now I'll start deconstructing all the power poles and roboports so I can place a roboport grid across the entire base's area. This disconnected the walls from the nuclear power plant, so I'll quickly plug them back in. We ran out of substations and roboports, so I'll make some more of those with the buffers left over from the base. We ran out of steel plates and red circuits, so we can't expand the grid anymore. I'll cancel all the ghosted building and tear down the assemblers. And I think that's a good place to call it a day. We'll start building the new base next time. I'd like to take a moment to thank my supporters on Ko-fi. Their support allows me to develop arthritis more quickly. And that's all for today. My name's DocJade. Bye-bye.